Welcome back to another AoE theater game. We're starting about 40 seconds in because that's just how it goes. Because I can't scroll back. So we've got Kim playing as the Franks in the red, and then random AoE user playing as the Japanese in the green. So we've got a 1300 elo game here. So this should be fun. As for the guess the ELO episode I did last time, I'm definitely planning to do more of those, but I don't want to overdo them and do a bunch just in a row. So this is going to be a normal cast today, and then later I'm going to do more guess the ELO. I kind of want to separate it out like every other video or something like that. Nice boar lure from red there. And then green is still using the herdables. This is weird. Okay, this is a weird start from green. Green's having troubles. The elephant isn't even wanting to be lured. Green also put up a late lumber camp. So I don't know if this is the 1300 elo meta or if green's just having a rough time. Of course, red also is just now putting up a lumber camp. Is this just how you play? Have I been playing wrong? Why are they both putting up their lumber camps so late? It's like they both put them up like 3.5 minutes in. I think I'm playing the game wrong. Very, very smooth Dark Ages for these players. Red does have nearly 10 seconds of idle time. Green only has 1. So, despite whatever was going on here with the villagers kind of walking back and forth a little bit, even though that was a little inefficient, green is doing well with keeping the TC working. And lures that boar in. And then this one's not as good, but it is, it's not horrible. Wow. So this is 1300 elo, the fancy garrison. I mean, I do that sometimes, but I don't think I've ever used it that well. So, well done by red there. Well done, Kim. Now, this is always kind of a difficult map to wall, because while you have a lot of wood lines on your sides, which are, you know, easy to wall up because they're pretty large, they're pretty close. There's usually only like up to 4 or 5 tiles in between them. You then have a completely open front, and on top of that, it's like right next to the hill, where most of the action is going to be happening. Since the whole map is about fighting for the gold in the center. Now, I really like maps that do this. I don't know why, but I really like Gold Rush, Lowland, Golden Pit, and then Acropolis is kind of the same thing, but there's not as much of a concentration of resources in the middle there. It's just, you're elevated on Acropolis. But I do like Acropolis. And, sorry, I've been talking too much. I didn't notice, red has gone up, clicked up a while ago, and green just clicked up after Loom came in. So, red's gonna be able to get a lot of damage in quickly. This was also a pretty tight build order for red. 17 villagers going up. That's probably, they've probably found that somewhere, because, I mean, maybe they didn't. That would be insanely impressive to devise your own build order with 17 villager uptime. Oh, that might inconvenience red. Red might forget about that. I tend to forget when I just have one palisade wall blocking up a hole. But they are a higher elo than me, so I don't know if they'll do that. Okay, well, green's going for a minute arms rush. And red sees that, yeah. Well, no point in doing it anymore, but I was gonna see what red could see. Let's see. Oh wow, green hasn't found red. Green went right past all of it. So, oh, this might not work. Since green can't just walk directly over. Oh, what? Archers as Franks? You know, I saw this in one of my games a couple of days ago. I don't... Is this like the new meta for Franks? You trick people by going archers, and then you just make a bunch of knights? Do you get upgrades on the archers? Like, do you invest that much into it, or do you just make a bunch of... Alright, that was interesting. Can red see that? Wait, red's just made skirmishers. What? Can I switch to red's perspective? There, jeez. Okay, yeah, so red found the archery range. Took me way too long to see that. Or figured, yeah, like... You know what I meant. These are very odd walls for green here. I mean, red. And kind of what I was talking about, where it's honestly just difficult to wall this map. And yeah, even more difficult for red, because these are actually pretty far out. You could wall between here and there, but, I mean, your opponent could easily break in there, because why would you have villagers working over here? Doesn't look like green's gonna get much damage from this. Nobody's going for the middle either. Double lumber camp. You know, this is just about 100 elo higher than my all-time high. And I'm seeing things that I've never seen before. Like, I don't think I played this game right. In all honesty, red has gone for this crazy build order, where he's, for some reason, gone with an archery range as Franks. I don't know if that's really good, or if that's just red doing something weird. And then we've got green. And green's going for more standard stuff, but I don't usually see people go for 2 lumber camps, and I don't usually do it myself, even though it can be very helpful. Even red's doing it. So I think this might be something I could start doing. Red's... God, I'm messing up all the colors. Green's just massing more and more army. Red might go up soon. He has the gold, but is missing one of the buildings. And that is a hole now. So green could walk on in there, but the worst he'd be able to do is kill that skirmisher and that archer. So he's just gonna sit out there, I guess. Okay. Here comes the market for green. So green's looking to go up. And red's about to go up, because there's the blacksmith, 60 food away. 50 now. Now green's going for a push here. Or not. Alright. Because why would we have any action in this game? Okay. Deleting the palisades. I'm not sure why there's 2 layers of palisade walls there. Oh, they also have nearly identical castle age times. Very close game. I mean, not much more would be expected from them being 3 elo apart. They do each have a minute of idle TC time now, so. Alright. Could have sniped the minute arms there, but... Oh, sorry. I'm a bit tired, so I just yawned there. And, okay. Green's gonna focus mostly on infantry. It's got upgrades coming in, supplies, armor. I've also noticed, I rewatch my videos back after I upload them. And in the upload, it doesn't show my cursor. Like right now, I'm hovering over the lumber camp with it. But when I go to watch it back, it'll probably not be there. You probably can't see it either. And it's a little annoying because in most of my videos, I kind of like point to something using it as I'm talking about something, so it's probably harder for viewers to know what I'm even referring to if they can't see that. So, I don't know. I'm gonna try and fix that sometime soon. If you two were annoyed by it, do not fret. I'm looking into it. So, green's only going for 2 town centers. Red's making all 3. And honestly, these are pretty good spots. Green doesn't really... Yeah, green doesn't really have very many good spots for TCs here, just due to, like, how the gold is distributed. But red has the perfect one right between the stone and the wood, and then right between the gold and the wood. It's looking like green is taking control of the middle. I don't know when green's gonna bring more than just the units in. Not much has happened so far. For all the army on the map, there's really been like maybe 4 kills. Let's see. KD is... Okay, so red has killed 2 units. And that's probably going to be 2 more soon. Alright, see the problem is red keeps getting all of these units down to like 1 health here, and then... Okay, well... He did kill them, just then, so... Or... Probably she. Kim is more of, a girl name, so... I don't know. I'll just call them red. Okay, so... red has a great KD right now, 8-1. Green's gonna start putting towers up. Okay. And getting Gambesons, yeah. Gambesons, gives more pierce armor to your infantry. It's basically like the tier 2 of supplies is that's like it shows up in the same slot in the barracks after you research supplies. Not all civs get it though. Just like supplies, I guess. For some reason I think of supplies as like a universal tech, like loom. Elite skirms. Okay. Not sure why you would get elite skirms against mostly infantry. There are some pikemen in there, so makes a bit of sense. But if green makes more longswordsmen, red will definitely have to switch there. Pretty good castle right in the middle. And it'll even kill the lions. Because we hate wild animals. Okay, red's adding a 4th town center. That's just a bad spot to put your units. Like, those could get so easily trapped. Okay. Not the best for green. I mean, that'll get cleared up, though. I'm not sure what red is focusing on. Maybe just wanted to throw away the units, get some scouting, see what green's producing. Because it may not seem like it, but running like 1 or 2 units that you really don't have a use for at the moment, or you can afford to spare, like, say you're going mass pikemen, just, you know, if you want to know what your opponent's going for, and you've lost your scout, you can kind of just run 1 or 2 pikemen into your opponent's base and see what they're up to. Now, that was very unfortunate for green. I don't think green knew that castle was there, nor did they know the throwing axemen were there, so did lose a lot of their army. Green moved the tower there. And the lions get a hit on the Axemen. That's dangerous. Red doesn't, I mean, I apologize for how many times I'm messing up their colors. Green doesn't have anything to defend. Okay. And green's gonna drop a castle. Alright. Well, red could have denied that pretty easily, but they're gonna go around and kill. They're gonna get 1 villager, so that's unfortunate. Maybe they can get more value over there. Not the best raid for red, but and now towers. What is with the towers? Green doesn't even have upgrades. And now red's gonna try and break out. It's not the best raid, but I don't think red's lost any throwing axemen, so overall probably worth it. And now red is clicking up to imp and researching wheelbarrow at the same time. That's pretty much how all my games go. I go for the infamous double bit axe at 1.5 hours in build order. Eco KD is 0 to 1. So the only villager that has died is the one that died over here. Hey, at least you died and got to be named. Well, okay, I'm being proven wrong. I'm missing all the action over here. Green gets a great raid on red because I guess red was probably focused at green's base. So they're both getting raided. Green got a very successful raid. That's 4 villagers killed. Now, okay, well, red is still 10 villagers ahead, but I guess that does bring them a little bit closer in villager count, and green's just clicked up. Green is 2 minutes behind. I gotta say, it's not looking good for green here. I don't even know... What? What? A down bell! That must have been an accidental town bell. Wow. Of all the things I would not think to hear. Well, that's not how the saying goes. I really should not cast when I'm tired. The result is just me saying things and then realizing that... What am I even saying? I think it's, the saying is... I give up. I don't... If you can tell me what I was trying to say, feel free to let me know below. I don't even know. Green still doesn't have upgrades for the tower. Towers, I guess, because there's this one, which is valiantly protecting Green's town center from the two castles and the trebuchet. It will go down pretty quickly. And Red's about to get chemistry. I don't know if I've seen Franks go for just mass throwing Axemen at any elo other than like 400. I'm surprised it's working this well. Overall, throwing Axemen aren't like an outstanding unit. Like, they're kind of just middle of the road. They're a counter to pikemen. And if you can micro well enough, they're a counter to other infantry. But I feel like that's only really applicable in Castle Age, because I don't think they scale very well against champions. I'm not too sure on that. Just doesn't seem like they would, but I could be wrong. I don't play Franks very often, and when I do, I definitely don't make this many throwing Axemen. Gotta love the 3 castles in the same exact place. Just to get the trebs out quicker. This is bad for Red. I'm Green. Very good for Red. Unless he wants to lose the game, of course. Or they. That's a lot of death. Red has had the villager lead this entire game. Because, I mean, Red just made more town centers. When Green had 2, Red had 3, and when Green had 3, Red had 4. So, that's nearly a 20 villager lead there. Idle TC time for Red, though, is off the charts compared to Green. So Green's at least been doing a pretty good job of keeping them working. Now, Red is throwing a lot under this castle here. I'm not sure why Red is fighting under the castle. But Red's losing all of their throwing Axemen. All 3 of those will go down. Yep. That's not good. That's a lot of dead bodies. And because they're fighting uphill, the siege is having a difficult time actually knocking the castle down, and that will go down. Okay. Even sniped a bombard cannon. I don't know if Green can keep this up for much longer, though. He's about to run out, well, not about to run out of stone, but that's certainly not going to last Green forever. And they're still throwing Axemen, terrorizing Green's base. Green's just been completely cleared out of this side. Been forced to move down here and out. Out and away, you could say. Is still running the throwing Axemen under the castle. Very, very bad from Red. And Red's gonna make a switch into light cav. I'm so confused. I've got to be playing this game wrong, right? Okay. Green does call the GG, but what? Is this something new with the Franks, or is this just a signature of red here? Because that should not have worked. But it worked very well. It was well done from red. Even with running, I mean, look, those are, okay, those are arrows. Wait, I think those are the axes. Those might be all of the dead throwing axemen. Look at how many were lost on that hill, and they didn't even take the castle. I guess it was the light cav that kind of pushed it over, because, yeah, green wouldn't be able to defend from any raids, really. Yeah, Japanese kind of just feel weak. You always get a really strong mid-game with them, and end up floating a bunch of resources. And then you get crushed by your opponent who actually used their resources. At least that's what happens when I play them, so I think my biggest problem is the floating resources. Alright, I mean, green did better in military, which makes sense. Green was just kept killing. I think this is probably where red kept accidentally running under the castle. Well, yeah. Mistakes happen. And at the end of the day, they're 100 elo higher than I've ever been, so I think they know what they're doing. Oh geez, nearly 40 minutes of idle TC time from red though. Still ended the game with a higher villager count. So I guess, you know, even though you end up with more idle time, that shows you what more TCs can do for you. So with that, thank you for watching, and go buy yourself some candy and just enjoy it. Just eat the candy. I don't think I'll ever have a normal outro.